Oh, welcome back. It's been nice being able to communicate with you through this platform. As you know, we're living in very, very unprecedented times. And today, I want to really focus on being innovative. You know, well, I hope you're doing very well, praying and taking some rest, and having very good time with the family. I've been enjoying the family. We've been having very wonderful time, spending time together. But I want us to look at what this pandemic has caused. It's given us an opportunity to reset our buttons. It's created for us, and it's creating for us sort of a fruitful season. And I'll tell you why. It's also uh, it's a fertile season. I believe it's a fertile season for the emergence of new things, new realities, new vision, new opportunities. This pandemic is creating, it has created new opportunities. Oh yeah, new opportunities, business, ministry, relationship, new opportunities, new scenarios are coming up. And I believe that you should be part of that. You should be part of the new realities. And when we talk about new realities, I'm talking about real realities that this opportunity is giving us. Some of them are from the ground level, never been before, because we've never had this kind of a situation happen. So it's from the ground level. And you will see that God has given to us creative ability. In Genesis chapter 1, God said, let us make man in our image, in our image, in our likeness. And one of the key things about God is that God is innovative. You can be creative. You can be unique in your approach of things, in your display of things. You have that aspect, that tendency, that ability to be creative. We looked at people in the scripture. We look at Paul, for example. You look at Paul. Paul wrote some letters in the in the in the in the Gospels, and about four of them, to be precise. He wrote the book of Philippians. He wrote the book of Philemon. He also wrote the book of Colossians and Ephesians while he was in the prison. While he was in prison, Paul was encouraging people outside. It's worthy of note. While he was in a lockdown, he was touching people. It was while in a prison that he wrote to us that my God will supply all your needs according to his riches. While he was in prison, he used this time. He used the time, to affect people way beyond the prison gates. Very important that in this season that we must come to the place whereby we are able to see things in the way they ought to be, not the way they are. To be creative is to go beyond obstacles. To be creative is to be able to open up new ways of doing things, new ways. In fact, for the gospel, we must begin to work on new ways of reaching people. And I believe that this is expanding our reach, be able to reach people that we will possibly will not be able to reach before, people that we have edged out based on our setup, based on the setup of the church. But God is now giving us an opportunity to be able to reach people, globally, and at a very fast rate. So you and I must be very creative. You have that creative capacity. We are co-creators, with God. You must be innovative. Businesses are going to get into that area. As a businessman, as a businesswoman, after all of this, you need to be innovative. How can I deliver things to the people I serve in a very unique way, in a very safe way, in a very compassionate way? That's going to come to play. So there are going to be emergence of great thinkers. That's what I want to say. Great thinkers are going to emerge. They're going to emerge as winners in this very season. Great thinkers, people who are able to think through, think for people, think about ways of shaping things, of affecting lives. They are going to come up as winners in this very, very season. So I want to encourage you to look ahead. I want to encourage you to pray for inspiration. I want to ask you to ask God to grant you insight. Men like Mandela, they were in the prison for 27 years. But it was not just there. He was in a lockdown. But you can see that the moment he came out, he was ready to go. The man under lockdown for 27 years became, the prime minister or the president of South Africa. Oh yeah, after the lockdown. So I'm encouraging us today as we go forward, as we think through this period, what can I do? How can my world, how can the world in which I live, how can it be better? How can I be an encourager? And I believe that, and I believe that the grace of the Lord will rest upon you. There'll be revelation, there'll be inspiration, there'll be encouragement. Well, looking to seeing you and to talking to you next time. The Lord bless you. Thank you once again. This is Timothy Babatunde.